today we have we're going to play some D&D for you. That's the show's title.
Yeah.
Joining me are my illustrious cast and good friends, Lena, Sky, and Bethany. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Yeah, no Tom again this week. He's on his way home, so I think it would be quite unfeasible for him to drive and play D&D at the same time.
Yeah, I think we'd be breaking some laws there if you're D&Ding and driving.
Yeah. We're rolling that 20. Yay! Steering wheel goes all over the place and ends up costing money. Anyway, to everyone starting uni this week, good luck.
Don't party too hard.
I don't think they can. I think, especially if they're in the RCT area.
Or in
Anyway.
in southeast Wales, for that matter.
Yeah, like everything's shut down.
Yeah.
We're legally not allowed to party.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, like we're all going to be in local lockdown, and there's talks of Cardiff also being shut down. So you know.
yeah, I could. That you know what? Good.
Yeah. Like
Any-
safety
any-
precautions.
You need to keep the idiots in line. Anyway, yeah. Sorry. I had to be honest. Yeah, you know, good luck. Study hard. For God's sakes, take some breaks.
Mm.
Play for the love of God. It will kill you if you don't. And because of uni, some people in this game, Bethany and Lena, will be starting uni as well. Our timetable might be moved around a little bit. We might be streaming on a different day.
Different day or a different time, whatever is suitable for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll keep people posted, I guess. Is there anything else anyone would like to say?
Yes. Can I have some pity for not having internet for a week? Thank you.
Oh, I know the
Get an F in the
feeling.
chat, please.
I know the feeling, Lena. When I first moved into my house 2 years ago, when I was in uni, I had an entire weekend of not having internet. I had to rely solely on my phone's internet for that entire
I mean,
week.
it's been a week now, and we don't even have the data. We have like all this stuff goes through the landlord and the agency because our bills are included, so we can't even do anything. We can just sit here and wait for something to happen.
I know that I had to handle, even though bills were included, we had to handle our own internet.
Honestly, I'd take this any day now. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's that we can't reach the agency ever. They don't call back.
Oh.
Anyway, enough about my internet.
Yeah, let's escape to a fantasy realm where we can go outside and order food and you know not
And kill some monsters!
and kill some monsters and be magical and such.
Hmm.
So are we all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
I am ready.
Okay. Previously, the party had arrived in Uthadun, the city of dwarves and elves. They have been hired by the noble house Karkbast, a family of weaponsmiths and collectors, to go to a lost dwarven stronghold located in a small mountain in the Crystal Sands tundra known as the Stone Tooth, to locate weapons that bear the marking of Dergevin, a famous dwarven weaponsmith. The party was also introduced to Elizabeth, a human who looked to have some sort of mechanic, very very good with machinery, and have a mechanical wolf companion alongside her. After completing Leroy's new Remahaz half-plate armor with varying degrees of success, and doing some hard work to earn some coin, the party have made their way out to the Stone Tooth to fulfill their contract. And that is where we begin.
Ooh.
So, move you over to the map. So I'm using Blake as a marker. It's about here.
Of course.
You have as far as I remember, you bought a cart, and you have Yui, the Steel Defender companion, and Blake, the horse, previously owned by 2 of your former comrades.
Oh no, that's true.
Yeah.
Pulling this cart along, with cart in tow. The trip will be roughly about 4.5, 5 days travel
Mm.
from where you are. I think that's correct anyway. I believe that is correct anyway. I could be wrong.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, we'll say miles. Yeah, 3 days, 3 or 4 days.
Mm.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 days. So as you begin moving through the Crystal Sands tundra, it's again a vast sort of expanse of diamond-like desert, where the sands seem to reflect sort of an ambient light below you. There's, of course, it is being the frozen north. It is very, very chilly, but not more so than what you've experienced in Isle Cross, as that was very cold to the point of obscuring vision. But this is more like an overcast day with very strong, chilly winds. And as you sort of move down, you get to about the second or third day, and as you're riding along, the dull grey light being reflected off the crystalline desert, I would like everyone to make perception checks, please.
Of course. Does Yui also make a perception check?
Can if he wants to. And we'll roll for Leroy.
I got my head up my own fucking ass, dude.
They're too busy making eyes at each other. That's what's happening.
Yeah, probably.
Oh wow.
Captain, you're sort of looking over, and you're trying to keep an eye out. And this is probably true for Leroy as well. You keep catching each other in like glances, and you get really embarrassed and look down at the floor of the cart and just trying not to look at each other. And you don't really notice anything around. Elizabeth and Yui, this is the light is a little intense for your eyes, and Yui doesn't pick up anything really.
Mm.
So it is a little difficult to see out. Celeste, with your eagle-like vision, almost about 150 feet off to the east. I think that's east anyway. Yeah, to the east. You see a tiny shape, sort of in the distance, and it looks to be coming in your direction.
Who's controlling the car? Does someone?
Elizabeth will be controlling the cart.
Yeah.
Alright,
She's the only one with land vehicle proficiency, so yeah, she would be.
Okay, I'll be like, Elizabeth, there's something coming in the east.
What's coming?
I don't know. It's like a ship. Look to the east.
As you look now that it's been pointed out to you, you do see a tiny shape, sort of, almost barreling towards you. And as it's getting close, you can see it's got like bat-like wings, like it is winged and has a tail. You think? But again, it's hard to tell from this distance.
Do you want me to shoot it?
Shoot it down. We'll try and get away from it, I guess.
Who's shooting it?
I could shoot it. Like, I have the crossbow.
Okay.
Shall I shoot it?
Sure. It would be about. At this point, let me get the creature's speed up a second. I believe it has a... Okay. So at this point, it's about 60 feet away. And you can see that it is some sort of... tiny dragon.
Oh, I don't want to shoot that.
Like, you could see it's sort of reddish, more red than purple, sort of scaled. And it is just a tiny dragon with a little stinger on the end.
Do we know if it's chromatic or metallic?
You can make, I think Celeste and Elizabeth can make Arcana checks to determine what this creature is.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
You just see a cute dragon.
Wow, it's so pretty.
That's the size your dragon's gonna be when it hatches.
Oh, I can't wait to be a mom.
Like, absolutely, that's the size it's gonna be. No qualms about it. Elizabeth, this looks to be some sort of pseudo dragon, you think? But it's the coloration's slightly off. It's slightly more red than it should be. But it is a pseudo dragon. Can I have the both of you make another perception check for me?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, double ones in a row. Owie.
God.
Bethany, you're
Ow.
just so fixated on the fact that there is a baby dragon on the way.
It's just so
We've literally
pretty.
rolled like equally natural ones to other rolls. This is horrendous.
Elizabeth, and I suppose anyone else can make a perception check as well, actually. Leroy, make one.
Is it close to us now, this dragon thing?
60 feet away at this point. So Leroy doesn't see anything. So Elizabeth and Captain, you see this because you're familiar with these sorts of things. It's holding what seems to be sort of red gemstone in its mouth.
What? Did you see this? He's holding something? He's holding something, he's running away. The gemstone. Do you think he's running away from something bigger than him?
There's always a bigger fish.
We should probably hurry if we don't want to die.
So it is barreling in. Do you want to do anything now, or do you want to wait till it gets closer?
I can agree with not staying around.
I've got do dragons speak Draconic?
Do dragons speak Draconic?
Well, you know, like real dragons, not like dragonborns.
I believe so.
Well, maybe the person who actually like gives the answers will let me know. Steph, Steph,
Um,
Steph.
well, you would assume. Um, yeah, you would assume that they do.
I'm gonna raise my tentacle and I'm gonna yell,
Mm.
"Hold right there!"
So you yell that in Draconic, this very sort of deep, sort of harsh consonanted language, and the tiny dragon sort of does slow down a bit, but it still keeps going. And it has a very fast flight speed. It does manage to get to your cart. And it flies over your cart, lands on Leroy's lap, and drops the the gemstone, which looks to be some sort of garnet, in his hand. And then out of the mouth of this thing comes a very deep voice, something you wouldn't expect out of a creature like this. He says, "Leroy, I am aware of my debt to you. Thus I have sent this tiny creature to deliver this message, and a means of which I may be able to pay you back. Simply hold this gemstone to your chest and speak my name. I shall come to you and aid you. This should make us even, or begin to make it so at least. Be wary, this gemstone will dissipate upon its use, so use it wisely. Yours, Wibren Tarn." And then the tiny Ito dragon nods and flies away.
Okay, so what was that?
Leroy says, "Oh, just a friend who owes me a debt,
Huh.
is all."
Elizabeth just turns her attention back to Yui and Blake and just keeps the cart going.
Well, I suppose that would make sense.
I will let Tom know about that at some point. So yeah, so you ride along, slightly confused. You'll make your way again towards the stone tooth, and you can sort of see it on the horizon when you're about a day, half a day away. It looks to be a hill with this small sort of nubbins of stone poking out the top. And you draw closer. And I gotta find. Yes, as you travel sort of there, you pass sort of the there's slight brushes of foliage, some like, snow-covered trees and pines. And where you stand now, you catch sight of the tall, steep hill that rises to the prominent bare knob of rock, which, according to your maps, is Stone Tooth.
Well,
Can the cart get up the hill all right? Like, how steep is it?
Oh, this is sort of, you can see it from a distance. I think I may have missed something, but that's okay. Yeah, no, you guys would be fine. So, I'll actually show you what this looks like.
Ooh.
And I'm going to need to zoom out.
Yeah, this is a big map.
Big
The,
zooms.
yeah, the original adventure had this set in a grassland or a pine forest. So forgive the trees on the map. That's all just that's desert. That's crystalline sand.
So green is meant to be white.
Yes, exactly. And I will place Blake on the map, so you know roughly where you are. Yeah, let's say you're about here. You can, again, you're not up the hill yet, but you can see it. You can see that a thin spire of smoke rises from some maybe from there. No, you would be approaching from this way.
So we'd be
Like that.
approaching more from the water.
Yeah, you can see that there's a small lake. But yeah, you can see that the small spire of smoke rises from some unseen point on the hill slopes, and you can make out a sort of a steep, narrow road that runs back and forth across the face of this sort of small mountainside.
Elizabeth is going to stop the cart to essentially try and work out what is best to go, where best to go.
Okay. Make me anyone who wants to make me a survival check.
I don't trust the dice today. I don't want to.
Survival is
Ooh.
wisdom. Yeah, Yui is not going to make one.
No. Well, this is more for like surveying the landscape and trying to find the best point in. So from what you can see from where you are, the sort of the entrance, almost sort of like the path you can see sort of winding around from sort of this direction. You can see a little bit of it. Would probably be the most direct way into whatever places inside here. Leroy also points out that the smokestack could be like the chimney of smoke could possibly point to someone being like a point of another point of entry. The sort of there is a sort of a damp valley sort of where that pond is. And he says, I think that pond there might be deeper than we think. So, unless we want to go swimming, I suggest we maybe avoid that.
I think the best course of action for us is that we go along that path that's... we go around the mountain, go along the path. And... Leroy, you said there was smoke, right? Being an entry point.
Yes, possibly, but well, we don't know where that leads. That could be people living there, or creatures, or some sort of natural geyser, perhaps.
Can we tell how far away the smoke is from the end of the road?
Leroy, with his natural 20, can tell you it's about over 200 feet, possibly. Again, I don't know where the end of this path is. All I know is the beginning. Captain, with your check, about here. You can see from the few hundred yards away. You can see it. There is a you can see a small tunnel. Like a tunnel entrance. That leads into the side of this mountain.
I'm gonna speak up and say, you guys, I think there's a tunnel entrance over there. You know, right straight on.
Right in front of
Maybe,
us.
yeah, like it's a little bit further forward, but we should maybe check that out. I do think we should maybe camp out by the lake for tonight or today while we map out the area, and then we can like test the tunnel and see how far they go in, and then tomorrow we can start our expedition.
Sounds good to me, if you know how to map the area.
Well, I know how to use navigation tools, so I'm gonna assume I know how to map.
You know how to use maps. So, but you would need proficiency in cartographer supplies in order to make maps.
Well, I suppose I can draw like a crude map and
You
see.
could draw something crude.
Yeah, I'll do it as good as I can.
Sure.
That's fine. Do I have cartography? Let me check. Actually,
It's definitely
no,
not.
it's just yeah.
It's definitely not one that I considered wanting.
Well, you know, he didn't say how accurate they were, and he knows we're not cartographers. he said maps, so you know we'll give him maps.
Okay. Are you making a map of this local area, or are you gonna wait and map something else?
I'm gonna map the outside area, and then I'm gonna start when we. Then I'm gonna. Well, I suppose I can say this now. I'm gonna map the whole thing while we walk and while we explore.
Okay. So for this bit, this sort of mapping sort of the outside where you can see, just make me a your choice of either intelligence or wisdom.
Doesn't matter.
This will determine the quality of the map.
How lucky do I feel?
Can I give advantage by offering a bit of assistance?
Sure, why not?
There you go.
I'll do intelligence.
Okay, so roll intelligence check with advantage.
Please, 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 please. Fuck, I might as well draw with my feet.
It is literally like hill, water, road, smoke. There's no scale. It's just
Like a child did it.
yeah, almost like a child did it.
Would I be able to repeat those checks the next day?
I will say I'll say the next day.
Because if I wake up and like look like, damn, I drew this map yesterday, and then realize it's hot fucking garbage.
Let's just hope that we find maps inside.
I wouldn't count on it. Well, I'll just keep trying.
What if we go to where the smoke is? There might be people, maybe a village, and they could help us.
I don't think that's what the smoke is. That's probably from like hot air from like underground heat sources.
It could still be some kind of outpost, like Even a temporary one.
Oh, I mean, we'll be checking it out.
But yes, shall we rest for the night and then we can start our expedition?
Actually, I think because we have the tunnel, right, and the other opening, I could go in a little and send Kiwi a little further and see what we can see to decide which tunnel we should start with.
Who's
Bear in mind
Kiwi?
bear in mind that tunnel is about 800 feet away. You catch like the barest glimpse.
Yeah, I mean, we could just go over. Check it out.
Who's Kiwi?
Oh, Kiwi's my friend, familiar. Do you want to see him?
Sure.
Yeah, do not be alarmed.
He's
I'm just
kind of
warning you.
scary, but he's a sweetheart really underneath it all.
Yeah, don't be alarmed. And I'm gonna clap and have him like crawl out of reality, just like right next to me.
Okay, so yeah, so Kiwi, this eldritch chitinous abomination, just sort of crawls out of a tear in reality, and sort of just sits next to Captain.
Elizabeth's just going to jump back a bit, nearly falling out of the cart.
I'll like grab him and like you know when you like ruffle a dog and be like, "Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?"
Well then, I guess I'm glad I'm not the only one with a non-humanoid companion, I guess.
Yeah, Yui looks at you, looks at Kiwi, and just like sort of adjusts, like positioning, like a little awkwardly, sort of pads a little bit.
Well, oh, that. Gonna be honest, I don't know what to say about this.
Oh, it's okay. I know he's a little rascal. I don't know how I got him. There's this deity was like, "Hey, here is this thing. He's your friend now. Can you imagine when I was like, I have a familiar now, and then I realized what it was, and then this thing crawled out. I thought, oh, there's no familiar here. It's just this lovely man. But yeah, I was surprised too. But you know, you get used to him.
Fair enough. So, just so that we're on the same lines then, we're travelling closer to this hole in the mountain that you saw, and we're going to have a quick peek inside, and then we're resting up.
Yes, can we walk there? How long would it take us to walk over there?
Walk. Movement pace. Let's see. Wait a minute. It would take you like not even 5 minutes. But,
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you could walk over there.
So I can go alone. I don't mind. I'll just send Kiwi in. I'm not gonna go any further. Or do you guys want to come with?
I'll come with, because you're squidgy and you need protection.
That's true. I do have the tendency to.
In that case,
She's very squidgy.
in that case, I'll set up camp and prepare for you guys to return. Yeah.
Right, we should be back any second then. It won't take long, I assume. So I see you in a minute.
See you in a bit.
Bye!
I'll, get Kiwi's thing out here to represent where you two are. So, I think you guys are moving along up to here. Make me a survival check to find it. To find specifically where it is.
Okay. Let's go.
Should I make one too, or just give Captain
Yes, please.
advantage?
Yes, we will. Okay. No, I think we should make separate ones.
Alright. Ooh, I'm surviving.
So,
Good choice.
Captain, because this is on an incline, you easily lose sight of this place. It's very hard to. For you, you're used to spotting landmarks on the seas, where it's flat and open, and landmarks can be spotted very easily. It's hard to spot it, like some of the snow is being blown up, and it's a little bit difficult to see. Celeste, you are able to spot it fairly easily as you move closer towards it. You can see it.
I could just imagine Captain pointing to the right, like, there it is, and Celeste, like, to the left. No, it's here.
This is so much easier on sea.
Yeah. So you see this tunnel entrance, and it appears to be about 6 foot high and 4 foot wide. Can you both make me another survival check?
Just keeps getting worse.
Diminishing returns.
Can I have Kiwi run around as
Yeah.
well and see if he can do anything?
Kiwi can make a survival check, sure.
Let's go, Kiwi. Let me double check if he's got anything good.
Part of me feels like I should have sent Yui with you guys.
Oh, he's got a +5. That man is a beast.
That's perception.
Shit, I can't read.
Just roll Kiwi a wisdom check.
Oh.
It's so stupid as a toner.
So you both are just looking around. Kiwi is blind, has tremor sense, so he's sort of feeling around. He's got his feelers out, and just like, it's just a tunnel. Looks to have been carved out by something. Maybe something crude, you don't know. Celeste, you see
Yeah?
some old tracks that look to be passing in and out of the tunnel, going in one direction or the other. They look to be reptilian, large, with clawed reptilian footprints, and a few paw prints that look to be from a very large bear.
Ooh, I will relay this information to Captain. That doesn't look too good.
No, I think we should look. Well, and then look through Kiwi.
Okay, so you cut out a little bit there in a second. So what are you sending Kiwi forward and pulling your senses into his, are you?
Yeah, I'll sit by the entrance.
Okay, so you sit by the entrance. Celeste, you watch as Captain's eyes sort of go like a smoky grey colour, like a swirling grey mist, and Kiwi sort of scuttles forward into the tunnel. Okay. I need to find where you end up. Okay. Okay. So... You sure? Okay, so you end up using his sort of tremor sense. You feel like you're in a cave area, and it feels very. I gotta find where it is now. 1 second.
Am I back?
You're back.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. My internet just cut out. Well, the hotspot. I only hear you feel, and that's it.
Oh, okay. So you feel around and you see that you feel that this cave has several branches. And you feel sort of to the north. It's very high ceiling. You can feel very very high ceiling. To the north, sort of a carved square mouth tunnel, which is where you're. And there's sort of you can feel a gate of some sort of rough hewn timber blocks a small passage to the northeast, and there are 3 other passages that sort of wind off towards the south.
Okay, I think that's looks very promising. There's no there's no one in there.
Make a perception check.
Do I make that through Kiwi?
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything in here. Can I just have Kiwi make a stealth check?
Oh,
Roll
sure.
roll a dexterity check.
Oh no.
Okay. Okay. So Kiwi's being very loud, very chittery, you know. Sticks out like a sore
He's like
thumb.
complaining that he has. Yeah, he's complaining. He's complaining that he's going back.
Hmm. I'm assuming a 9 doesn't hit.
No, thank God, no.
Okay, so you feel a creature go to slash with some sort of claw at Kiwi, and Kiwi jumps back. And you feel a creature, this sort of, it looks to be sort of vaguely humanoid. You feel it's almost reptilian in nature, with long claws, a long sort of disgusting looking tail, and it stinks. One would say it smells like an orc's loincloth.
Gross.
And it sort of roars out to you in this very very, very primal way, and goes to bite.
Oh, I'm gonna snip him out of there.
Okay, roll me. Just roll me an initiative check. Just roll
Me
roll
or
me an-
Kiwi?
Have you're pulling him out, so you make the initiative roll.
Okay.
Okay, you managed to pull him out of there before this creature strikes down. Yeah.
I'm having 4 flashbacks.
Who?
I used to have a familiar that was called Orb, which was a frog, and it died so many times of me sending it forward and it just being smashed. It was the most expensive familiar I've ever had.
Like, I can just imagine a scene with you sending the familiar off, the familiar looking back, and you're just giving a fake smile and thumbs up. Like,
Oh
you
no,
got
we were
this.
like in a forest, and one of the trees just mashed it.
Oh, yeah.
It just there was no warning, nothing. It was just mashed by a tree branch. That was it. Full stop. 10 gold gone.
Well, I'm sorry awakened trees have such good stealth when they're in a forest. Oh, there was that one time it got killed by a, was it a goblin zealot that just ate?
Oh, let me check. I
What?
have the notes right here.
This is from a campaign that happened about a year or two ago, folks. So.
Damn.
I wrote this down. I have the notes of this.
Well, when you find them,
Mean
let
guy.
me know. I'll move on. For there. So yeah, so that happens. Meanwhile, Elizabeth, you set up camp.
Yeah.
Where on this map do you set up camp? It won't take you. It won't take you long to get anywhere, really. So.
Sort of a little more forward to where we are currently.
Mark, ping it on the map where you're gonna.
Think around here would be best.
Okay, so you set up camp there. All right. No check needed. You make camp.
You did tell Captain and I where you set up camp, right?
It should be obvious.
Oh, okay. I mean, you said that, but our roles.
Hey, Celeste.
Thank you.
Kiwi sort of poofs out into Captain's sort of lap, and Captain's eyes return to their natural color.
I have a question. When Captain does that, can she feel people touching her?
I don't think so, because it's through. She's pouring all of her senses into this other creature. So
All right.
Oh no!
When Captain's doing that, I'm gonna like pull off her glove and I'm gonna try and put a pastry in one of the mouths.
Okay. Firstly, then. Oh, what check would this be? God.
Sleight of hand?
But I'm not like actually. I'm like not physically there, so.
Yeah. Well.
I did very
Okay, so-
slowly and gently.
Okay. Just make me a sleight of hand check anyway.
Oh.
Okay. So it's not very gentle. You just pull the glove off. And then you can see there's a thin line. Where the mouth might be.
I'm gonna put a pastry in front of it, see what happens.
Okay. We put a pastry in front of it. Nothing happens.
I'm gonna shove the pastry on her.
Okay, so you mush this pastry into her hand.
How old is this pastry?
I don't know.
Oh no!
Put
Like
it
a
this
week.
way. Yeah, put it this way. It's been about 5 days since she bought it. So...
It's my last one. Let's say it's my last one.
Okay. It's your last pastry, and you mush it into Captain's hand, trying to put it into the mouth. I'm gonna say at this point, the Captain, you return, and as your senses return to you, the mouth opens, and some of the pastry falls in, and it goes to bite your hand. Make a dexterity check. Just make a dexterity saving throw, Celeste.
I assume that the mouse would probably eat the pastry.
Yeah, we'll
I
eat
think
the
it's gonna
pastry.
eat me.
Okay.
I assume those mouths do have a life on their own. They're like food.
Yeah. You take 1 point of piercing damage.
Owie.
As this mouth goes to it's like biting at the pastry around it, and because your hand is still kind of there, it bites at your hand.
Oh! Okay, I maybe deserve that.
Yeah. Captain, you see your glove is off. Your mouth hand is eating pastry, which tastes like it's stale. Like it feels like it's stale. And there's a bit of blood in there as well. And you notice like there's pastry mashed all around your palm.
I'm gonna slap my own hand and be like, no, 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 spit it out again, spit it out. So I like grab by the wrist, like shake it, so it spits out the pastry again.
You do that, and what it feels like is it feels like it swallowed something, and it's in your stomach.
I'm gonna like get my hand in there, grab, like open the mouth and hold it open with, like 2 fingers, and like scrape the rest of the pastry and be like, no, no. And then I probably have some water on me, and I like wash the mouth out with like water. I like pour it in and then like shake my hand and then like make it spit it out.
Wait, I know you've eaten 6-day-old pastry through your hand.
I like hold my hand up to my face and be like, we don't take food from strangers. This is a no-no. And I'm gonna look over very slowly to Celeste.
I just wanted to see if they could taste. Did it taste it? Does the mice taste?
Do I taste it?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like stale pastry.
That's so cool, though. I helped you unlock a new ability. Wow.
I knew this beforehand. I can taste the fuzz in the gloves as well.
Oh, but I didn't. But that's okay.
Don't do that again. Oh, I will make sure it bites you again next time. But
Yeah, I've learnt my lesson. I have like little bite marks on my hand.
You've got like a small puncture wound on your finger, yeah.
Just like Jesus.
I think Jesus was a mite bit worse than that. Sure.
I mean, Jesus is basically an asthma as well.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
You are basically
I am the god.
Divine soul sorcerer. Yeah. Apologies to any Christians watching.
Yes. Sorry, Dad.
But you know, he was probably that cool. Anyway. So yeah, so you're at the base of this tunnel. It's probably about 4 o'clock at this point. Time to say, I'll say 4.
Oh yeah, Captain, what did Kiwi see? Are we gonna go in or not?
Oh, we shouldn't go in. There's just it's a maze of tunnels, and there's lizard people in there.
Oh, that makes sense with the tracks.
That's why I had to pull Kiwi out, because it was hitting it, and Kiwi was not being quiet.
Oh. Alright, should we head back to camp and let them know?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go!
I'll carry Kiwi like a baby, because I feel bad for him being slashed at.
Okay.
I will put a little Hello Kitty plaster on my finger.
The plasters aren't a thing, but you can get some gauze, and you can wrap some gauze around your finger.
I
If you
will.
want. I want both of you to make survival checks, see if you know where the camp is.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no! I don't want to.
This is where we start our own adventure.
Oh.
Captain, you're still wiping pastry off of your hand. So like you can see very clearly, like you both can technically, because it's fairly flat, and you're looking down as opposed to looking up. You can see where the camp has been made, and you make your way back. I'll remove that now because you're all together again. But yeah, Elizabeth has made camp.
Elizabeth is just going to look at the injury that Celeste has had.
It's the small puncture wound on the finger.
Yeah.
Well, I put my glove back on, by the way, and I probably also told
Yeah.
Celeste not to talk about it.
Leroy has stayed with the camp and has helped sort of take out supplies and set up a campfire and stuff.
Right. Did you find anything interesting about that hole?
Yeah, I suppose it leads to like a cavern with basically the start of a cavern labyrinth, and there's also lizard people in there, so we should probably be careful.
Okay. Well, camp is all set up. I assume we have no fresh food, so I guess it's just rations again today.
Yeah, it'll be rations unless you want to try and hand it fishing and.
You know what? Why not?
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
What,
Let's have
how
a...
late is it?
It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I want to go fishing.
Sure. I'm
I
just...
think we should have a try.
That should
Sure.
be fun. We'll make a fishing competition, like Animal Crossing.
Leroy will go. That sounds like a splendid idea, and grabs one of his javelins.
Um,
I can't get javelins in the other.
Elizabeth is just going to use her rapier as instead.
Okay. Leroy has 3 javelins left, and he's going to give one to Celeste. He's going to give one to Captain.
Alan, can I try to make a fishing thing? Fishing route? Fishing tackle? I don't know what it's called.
Block and tackle. You can try to make a. Yeah, just make a survival check. Just be survival, yeah.
It's really hard to find the right stick.
Yeah, it's. You've been. Yeah, you. Again, it's like. You know, it's tundra. It's more or less snow desert. There's no sticks around.
How we managed to get this fire up, nobody knows.
You had supplies. Leroy has supplies.
Leroy has supplies.
Yeah.
Right.
He's got a tinder box. He's got yeah.
I think I got like 10 torches, so.
I have whatever is in my explorer's pack, which I haven't written down. So.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
So
Let's go fishing then.
Okay. So you will make your way down to sort of the lake a bit by here, which only takes you. It's not a far walk. And I would like each of you to roll me a survival check.
this is like
So much
just survival
survival.
text today.
We've turned into Bear Grylls this session. Oh, get
My
some
survival is
fish.
abysmal. I've rolled nothing higher than an 11. It's ridiculous.
Okay, so Captain, you catch. It takes you like 2 hours. You catch a fish.
I like catching. I lose my mind over it. I'm so proud. I showed them. I'm like, look at this. It's fit. I did it.
You
That's
managed to.
amazing.
You managed to take your javelin and spear a fish. Celeste, you catch over these 2 hours you spend fishing. You catch 8 fish.
Ooh.
And Leroy catches 10. No, not 8 as well. He catches 8 as well.
I'm assuming I'm sticking my spear in and just not getting it.
You're sticking your rapier in, and it's like, you're from the city. You know
Yeah.
how to fish. This is done by the fishermen.
Yeah.
You know,
Am I
you don't know
doing
how to
this
do
right? Am I?
just stabbing the water, and Leroy's like, no. You know what? Don't worry about it.
Alright. And
But sorry.
Elizabeth's gonna put the rapier away and go, I'll just cook the fish instead for you guys.
I'll give you very proudly like the one fish I caught. Here, I'll trust you with this.
And I'll be like struggling to carry all of the ones I caught, and I'll be like stumbling around with them, like, look, hurry, catch them, get them.
I'll help carry him over. I'll like whisper like through my teeth, like show off.
Do I hear it?
What's your passive perception?
13.
It's something, but it was probably just Captain like sighing or sneezing or something.
I'll brush it off. I don't care. I caught fish.
So yeah, you go your fish back to the camp and you cook all excuse me, all of the fish. Just get my Xanathars out to see what you can do with cook's utensils.
Ooh.
That's magic.
Is that one of Elizabeth's abilities then? Cooking?
Yep.
She's
Cool.
proficient with cook's utensils, so yes.
Mm.
Hence why she could tell that the pastry was a day old.
How dare you? That was a perfectly good pastry. There's no such thing as a bad pastry in this D&D.
There is, and I think Captain.
My hand would disagree. Well, actually, I
No.
would disagree. My hand would be little dirt.
No such thing as bad pastry.
I mean, if we had the ingredients, I could potentially make a fish pie, but I can't. So
I have this recipe here. Do you know what it means? Could you teach me how to make it sometime? And I show you the pastry recipe.
Elizabeth's going to read the recipe and goes, when we get back to the city, we'll buy the ingredients and I'll show you how to cook it. Sure.
I'd love that. My mentor never let me cook because I was too worried about cleaning up all the time, and he said I spoiled the fun of cooking.
It is important to clean up properly after you, but
That's what I said! But he was like, no, Celeste, you've got to make the food instead of cleaning up after yourself. I was like, no, cleanliness is perfection.
you need to be prepared to work with a little mess when cooking.
No, I disagree. I can't work a mess.
Well, if you're going to clean up everything that you prepare every time you prepare something, then it's going to take a lot longer.
I disagree. It's going to be much more fun.
You just like cleaning, don't you?
I really like cleaning. Oh my goodness, I forgot you haven't been around this whole time. Elizabeth, we went into this dungeon thing, right? And every room was messy. Oh my goodness, I almost died from all the mess. And I had to clean it all up. But they wouldn't let me clean the entire dungeon up. So I only got to clean like little sections of it. And it was very upsetting. And then there's a room with this massive bed, which was massive, okay? And then Captain and Leroy went into it, and then they messed it all up, and then I had to clean up after them because they didn't make their own beds.
Elizabeth is just giggling along, hearing Celeste talk about this dungeon.
Well, I nearly died because I was choked out by an octopus. But
On the carpet.
you were cleaning all this time, and I nearly didn't make it.
That's true. Is that what happened in that room?
Yeah, it wasn't that. That's where I got this from, and I'm gonna lift the tentacle I have.
Interesting. Very interesting. I'm curious what you were doing in this dungeon, but I guess that's a tale we can have over dinner.
Alright, so there's this wicked disease called Frigid Woe, right? And a lot of people got sick by it, and then we had to go find a cure for it, and I got sick by it, and River got sick by it too. So we had to go and find... River was our old companion, by the way. I don't know if you know that. And we had to go find the cure because we got sick, and I was not having a good time, man. And then we went and we got the cure, and that's why we were in that dungeon to find the cure.
I mean, I knew there was meant to be 4 of you, hence why I was surprised when only 3 of you turned up. But so I would have guessed that this River was the 4th.
Yeah, River was nice, I guess. I don't know. I think she had
River
a few
tried to kill
problems.
people that already surrendered,
Yeah, we all make
so I
mistakes.
wouldn't label that nice.
Yeah,
That's why I said nice-ish. Nice-ish, because she was nice to me. When Captain died, she was nice to me. And then she, looked after me after that. But she was always drinking, so that's why I think she had a few problems that she kept to herself. And I felt like she wanted to die a lot. I don't know why. It's just the way she acted. I felt like she didn't want to live anymore.
Huh.
That's probably too much information over fish. Let's eat.
Calm down, Celeste. I need to cook it first.
Right,
Oh.
Elizabeth. Only cooks utensils.
Pardon?
Roll me a
we'll-
cooks utensils check.
Which attribute?
Wisdom. Alright.
Ooh.
Fairly decent fish.
Hmm.
Yeah? Some, it's the best you can do with, just an open fire. But it's alright, it's flaky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. It's good fish.
Hmm.
And I assume at this point you guys take a long rest.
Yeah.
Take a long rest, and you awaken the next morning. The air is crisp and cooling. Well, it's cold, but and the sky is still very dull overcast. There are a few breaks in the clouds, but it's few and far between. Yeah. What do you plan to do this day?
Where are we going today? Are we going to inspect somewhere else to go?
I think that the smoke would be a good place to start this time.
Shall we all go look?
Yeah, I think we should all check it out together.
Okay.
Maybe we should leave the card just here as a camp.
Do you think we would return here? Do you think we could get back? That's my only concern.
Well, I don't think we can take the card inside.
True.
So I think we should leave Blake with enough food and just leave the card in like a secluded area.
You said there were lizard folk in the catacombs. So I'm just concerned that we're going to have them stolen if we leave them.
Well, we shouldn't leave anything in the cart.
I agree we shouldn't take Blake up the mountain, but if we were to go around the mountain, then surely it would be a little faster to take the cart with us.
I thought we were going into the mountain.
We're still on the flats.
Yeah, we're looking for a path to get up it at the moment.
I thought we were trying to get in. Oh, you mean the up the smoke or?
Words failing.
Hold on. Right. So what is our plan now?
Okay.
We're trying to get to the smoke today. See what's that about.
And Elizabeth is concerned about leaving Blake behind.
Oh yeah, not now. I was thinking more when we go inside the mountain.
Oh, when we're in the mountain, then yes, we would need to leave Blake behind. Although, part of me feels like, I don't know. Should we leave Yui with Blake as well?
Well, right. Okay, I don't want to sound rude, but Blake is just a horse.
Yeah, but Blake is pulling our cart. You can see the. Although I do understand. Alright, fine. We
I mean, you can leave Yui with Blake if you fancy. I don't mind. I was just more thinking. I mean, if we leave, we don't need to tie Blake up, so he can like run free. So if lizard folk are there, he can just run away.
Alright, fine. That makes more sense. Okay.
for now we'll take him with us.
Yeah, when we're in the mountain, then we let Blake run free. But okay, that works for me.
Okay, so you take the cart, you take Blake. You're sort of, I'm assuming you're going around this lake.
Might as well. It's easier to traverse on.
Yeah, okay, so you head around this way, and around still the flat area. You can see the mountain actually has, it's not a sharp incline, but it's an incline enough where you think getting a cart up this is probably going to be a bit difficult. Hell, walking up this might be a little difficult. But you see an area of natural rock, chimney just a natural sort of chimney made of rock. I would like people to make a perception check.
Perception, and Yui.
Yui can too. Okay, so Leroy, Celeste, and Captain, you see there's a fissure in this sort of from what you can see there seems to be somewhere where the steam is coming from. From here you probably can't make it out too well. You probably have to get closer to look at it.
I suppose we'll go a little closer, see what's up. We should probably be careful. I'll warn everyone that will take our steps carefully.
Okay.
Glad you saw something that I didn't then. I see absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you get like a bug in your eye. Who are you? Yeah, you're going up the hillside. Just make athletics checks for me, everyone.
Oh, I don't. Oh, I'm scared.
Should I also make one for Yui?
Sure.
Yui is not doing very well today.
No. Okay. So, it would have taken you about 25 minutes to get up this hill. Ends up taking you about 40 to get up this hill, this sort of bit of the mountain. But you can see from here. I'll move Blake up here, even though you probably left Blake sort of down below. You can see from here. You can see a winding mountain path that leads to like this sort of bare shoulder of rock. And it turns into this deep cleft in the hillside. And sort of you can see there is a fissure from where the smoke is coming from. And it seems to go down quite a bit.
Can we tell how deep this fissure is?
Not from here. There's too much smoke to tell. As you are sitting up there, sort of examining this fissure, up on the horizon, what are all of your passive perceptions, please?
11.
13.
Same as Captain.
No one's below a 10. So you all see a It's 4 hunched humanoids in dirty sort of hide armor approach along the trail, snarling, sort of muttering to each other in this very guttural tongue, and yellow tusks jut from their bestial faces. 4 orcs.
Oh,
Are they bad guys?
Okay. From here, you can't tell. They seem to have like sacks with them, like they are bringing things with them, like they have things with them. Yeah, you see these orcs. You have perhaps a couple seconds to respond before there's a possibility they might see you.
Hide
we
behind
should
the
probably hide.
Yeah, hide behind the
I
smoke
think so
quickly.
too, yeah.
Okay, all of you make stealth checks. Or general
Oh god.
perception check.
Oh no. I'm supposed to be
Oof.
good at stealth.
Go on, Cap. Oh, wow!
Hold on, Yui also needs to make a stealth check because
Yeah, and Leroy will make. Oh, he's got. Leroy.
it doesn't matter. The steel defender is just yeah,
These
you
are
guys
the worst rolls ever.
It's like, oh no, we should hide before those 4 orcs northwest, southwest of us see us.
What's hiding?
Okay, yeah, so, Captain, you try and hide yourself fairly well, and even though Leroy is, like, clanking slightly in this armor, he manages to hide behind this tombstone with you. The other two, as soon as you see the orcs, you're like, you sort of jump up and freeze a little bit, and they're like, and by the time you do that, they all, they sort of move up to here, and they'll spot you.
that's not
And
mentioning
one of
that
them, yeah, and also, like, Yui sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, it is a shiny metallic wolf, and they all turn. They're like, they all speak to each other in this guttural tongue, and they all begin to make their way over to you, up the path, and begin to climb the mountain. And they're shouting at you something. Did anyone speak orc?
I don't know.
nope.
Okay. As they approach, and you can see they climb this mountain fairly easily. They're sort of big, big physiques. They sort of manage to climb the mountain fairly easily. Ish. Takes them a while, but they do shout to you. And as soon as they understand that, like, oh, humans, they go, "Oi, what are you doing here?"
I'm gonna get up as well and just say we are here to explore.
Oh, explorers, eh? Oh, yeah. Explorers. And they sort of turn, they go,
Yes, she's making a map of the place. Captain, show them your map.
Oh, yeah. Map,
Pull out the map.
And they all turn, and they all fold their arms like, oh, yeah. And you show the map, and they all just sort of look at it, turn to each other, and start laughing. It's like, cool as a map. Draw better with my toes. Now you
I
know.
look at it as there's like a single tear rolling down Captain's chin. Like,
Oh.
I know it's not good, but it's all I can do.
Like, now you lot, get the fuck off our land before we bash your fucking skulls in, yeah?
Is that a threat?
Is that a threat? And they all turn like, is that a threat? Of course it's a fucking threat.
Like, can we come to an agreement, maybe? Like, we're just here, like, we're like tourists. We don't actually, we just want to have a look around. Because it's really cool here.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Ha!
Oh.
Is that a 20 and 1? Beautiful.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Could not have been better.
Oof.
I feel so
Okay.
cheated.
Oh my god. Okay. Firstly, amazing. Nat 20 on that one. That's fantastic. They rolled a 19 flat for their insight. So they all turn to go. Tourist, eh? Oh, yeah, we don't like tourists. And they bring out their weapons. And let's roll initiative, everyone.
Fuck!
It's a good thing I had a spare map prepared for if something like this were to have happened. Oh god.
Let's go to that
Oh
map
my
then.
god, what the hell?
Don't worry. Murder time.
Paste. Paste. We will put these guys sort of on here. Just sort of mapping out where they might be. Blue. Might place it. Did you guys take the cart with you by any chance?
The cart is still at the base of the mountain.
Okay, good.
I've just got out a dice so that I can track Huey's health.
Don't worry. You'll be able to track them just fine.
It's just it's an NPC's.
I have things for them. Don't worry.
Okay.
I am nothing if not prepared for these things. Celeste. And Yui. Okay. Move you over to this backup map. It's not exact to what I had in mind, but there we are. There's some battle music going.
Right.
I need. Yeah, so let's.
Oh, for 1 second I thought Yui was a crocodile. Looked like a crocodile from up down.
Clear that list. Yeah, everyone, roll initiative again, just so I can
Alright.
get all them. Okay. Roy.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Can I take my old one, please?
Oh, what was your old one?
13.14.
Why not? And Celeste, I'll let you keep that one. Okay. 4 orcs need to roll initiative.
The Steel Defender doesn't because it takes the same.
It goes on your turn.
It goes on my turn immediately after me.
What?
I think one of those orcs rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
It did.
Oh man.
So 2 orcs are going to start attacking before us.
Yep. So, to start with then, this one at the front here, the one who said, "We don't like tourists," is going to run up to Captain and is going to swing a great axe. I'm assuming a 17 hits.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's there it is. That'll do. Can I use my goblin d12? That's 8 points of slashing damage.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
it's sort of it doesn't quite slash. It sort of more tries to smack you along, like on the side with the flat of the blade. And that's his turn. This orc, following up his buddy, is actually going to throw a javelin at. Let's roll who it's going to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Elizabeth. He's going to throw a javelin at you.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Go for it.
19.
That hits.
That is not as much damage. It's 4 points of piercing damage as a javelin just chips the side of your arm. And he's gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20 here.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth, you and Yui, what are you doing?
Okay. So Elizabeth is going to go to here, which I believe is about 15 feet.
Yeah.
She's going to draw her rapier, her infused rapier, and attack the orc.
This orc right
Yeah.
here, yeah? Alright, go for it. Roll your infused rapier attack.
24
Jesus Christ, that will hit.
Wow.
for 10 piercing.
Okay. So you thrust this rapier forward and it pierces, like, in this orc's sides. He just goes... and he turns and he's not happy.
And my bonus action is to make Yui follow up an attack.
Okay, so Yui is going to move 5, 10, 15 up to here.
Yep.
Roll an attack for Yui.
Forced, empowered, rend.
Unfortunately, I don't believe it gets any other stuff.
4 plus. Yeah, it didn't. It only rolled a 2, so.
Yeah. Okay. So it goes to as Yui runs up past Captain and Leroy. Its fangs start to spark with an arcane magic as it bites down. This orc just smacks its snout down into the dirt, and it sort of bounces off the floor for a second. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Celeste.
Okay, I'm going to cast Divine Favor on myself.
Okay, so you sort of call down holy light onto your weapon.
Oh. And I am going to throw a boomerang at it. At the one
Okay,
closest to Captain.
Do you have divine favor ticked? Yes,
Yeah.
you do. Awesome. So the one closest to Captain, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, make a boomerang attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
That will hit. Jesus.
We're gonna end this orc's whole career at this rate.
Yeah, I think so. I just need to check what returning does a second. But yeah, you throw this boomerang and it has this radiant trail of energy as it smacks into him. Now, is this lethal or non-lethal? I have to ask.
What do you mean, lethal or non-lethal?
Do you want to kill him or not?
Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. Lethal.
Okay. 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 So you throw the boomerang and it's metal, so it smacks him in the head, but it lodges in his skull and he just collapses. No, it doesn't lodge his skull. It sort of slides across his throat. He sort of goes and collapses as the boomerang, splaying blood everywhere, returns to your hand.
Look at that! First try!
So he's
Elizabeth will
down.
just give a thumbs up.
Thank you! Thank
would
you!
you
I
like to-
should take a boy.
Okay, would you like to move at all?
No, I'm good where I am, thank you.
Okay. Captain. An orc has just collapsed in front of you, but there's 3 more looking to throw down.
Okay, I don't think there's much point in chatting to these people, so I'm just going to cast Magnify Gravity on the top 2 orcs.
Okay. Like that?
Yes.
Okay. Just roll that for me. so I know to. Excuse me.
It's a D13, sorry.
No worries. On save. So the one on the top passed, and the one on the bottom fails.
Okay, so I think the bottom one takes full damage, and the other one takes half.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so one takes 6, one takes 12.
Okay, so so as you cast this sort of force of gravity down, the bottom orc is just sort of crushed under this weight, and you can see he's on all fours, just like on the floor. Like the top orc seems to be resisting it, so for sheer like force of muscle. Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna step back about 5, 10, 15 feet. And that's all.
Okay. This orc, moving at half speed, is actually going to throw a javelin at Celeste.
That makes sense. I did kill his friend, but...
Yeah, you killed his mate.
and then celebrated. I mean, rub salt in the wound, basically.
You rolled a 2 though, so the javelin just flies past.
Was that a nat one or a...
That was a just you rolled a 2.
Ah.
You need to work on your EM. Well, that's
Says
not
the
gonna
gritted
help.
teeth, and he's gonna move 5,
Oh no.
10 feet. This is all he can move. Really. Leroy is gonna go into a rage. Let's go. You hurt my friends. As his anchor comes out. So just gonna plop that there. Why is he on 41 health? He should be on 42.
One would like to rage.
And then he's going to run 5, 10, 15, 20 feet and attack this orc with his anchor. And he's going to do it normally. And that doesn't hit. So he flies in, and the anchor just sort of clangs next to this orc as he smacks out of the way. It's Leroy's turn. This orc is going to use his bonus... No, he's going to move 5, 10, 15... 5, 10, 15, 20... Yeah. 20, 25, 30. So he gets an attack of opportunity off Leroy. Leroy rolls a natural 1.
Fumble chance. Fumble chance.
Okay. 20. 19. I get my 19. Okay. What's he got on his inventory? Something falls out of his inventory and breaks.
Uh-oh.
You know what? Yeah, his club. He has no, water skin. His water skin rips as he goes to swing, and his water sprays out everywhere.
The orc or Leroy? Sorry.
Leroy.
Alright.
The orc is then going to use his bonus action to aggressive. Move it up to his speed to a hostile creature he can see. Who's hostile towards him right now? You, Celeste.
Oh,
And
I don't
he's gonna-
look hostile.
No, but you killed his mate. So
That
he's
is-
going to Great Axe you. Let's see. Does a 12 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay. So he slams this axe down next to you, and as you leap out of the way. Top of the round. Not that one. This orc is going to... Yeah, he's going to try and deal with Leroy. And rolls on that one.
Yay! Rumble shots!
Okay.
There's a lot of flat ones flying around today.
Yeah.
No one
this
can
orc-
escape the tyranny of the dice.
You can see out of his satchel that he was carrying, a bottle of wine falls out and breaks. And he goes, "Oh, damn it!" That's his turn. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth is going to focus on the orc that is terrorizing Celeste. So it's going to move 10 feet and attempt to stab with the infused rapier.
Go for it. 13. Just hits.
14 piercing damage. Max damage!
You puncture this guy's lung.
Oh god!
You go through him, Celeste. You see as this orc plummets down his axe, you can see poking through him is a small bit of metal.
Well, that's not
A small
right.
bit of glistening metal as it just goes. Would you like to command Yui to do anything?
Yes. Yui is
There's a lot of blood coming out.
Yui is instead going to attack this orc.
Which one, sorry? Okay.
One of the bottommost.
Okay, roll attack for Yui.
Uh,
That just hits.
6 force damage, please.
Okay. Yui leaps up on top of this orc, pulls him to the ground, and you can see these magically charged fangs start ripping into him, and these magically charged claws start ripping into him, and he is torn asunder.
Brutal.
Oof. Yui is... Because I can still move him. I can
He's
still
only moved
move
10
them.
feet, so yeah. You can still move.
So we're gonna
But
go...
you just won't do anything else.
Yeah. Let's go behind Leroy.
Okay. I believe you can move him as well.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm actually going to get rid of the that as well, because it's been around. Okay. So Yui runs up. Celeste.
Would I still have divine favor? Because it lasts
Yes.
for a minute. Cool.
Yes.
I am going to hit the last orc with my crossbow.
Okay, roll for it.
And I will tell Leroy and the dog to duck.
Wait, did I actually kill the topmost orc?
No. Which orc are you firing at? The one next to Leroy or the one next to you?
Is the one in front of me not dead?
No, he's not.
He got his lung punctured and he's not dead.
He's barely clinging on. It's honestly, it's slightly disturbing.
I gotta end it for him then, don't I?
Okay, you're gonna hit
Could
the
I-
one for it to be in.
Yeah, could I use my dagger instead?
Which dagger are you using?
Just the normal one, because he's probably not got much left.
All right, no, use your roll with your normal dagger.
Oh.
Oh.
So you go to stab, and you go to thrust in, and despite him being on death's door, he just sort of flicks your hand, and it sort of flicks it away.
Hey, let me kill you! I'm doing you a favor!
Fuck off!
Language, you're in the presence of a minor.
Is that all you'd like to do, Celeste?
I think I'll move to there. I'm gonna move away from him, because he told me to leave.
he will make an attack of opportunity against you.
He can try.
Bonuses are... Okay. Oh yeah. I think a 23 hits.
What? Come on.
That is 10 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
As you run past him, he clips the back of your legs with his axe and it just slashes across them.
He Achilles healed me.
Yes, he did. He's not
Oh,
happy with you.
jeez.
I don't think this orc is happy full stop.
Nope. If that's your turn, then Celeste.
Yeah.
Captain, it's your turn.
I think I'm going with the classic. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile, and the dude that's like barely holding on, I'll give him one missile, and the other one
Okay.
can have the rest.
Okay, so roll your first missile.
It's 3, right, for level 1.
3 for a level 1.
That's for org number 1.
Okay, you fire this missile out, and it fires like sort of into his chest and burrows in a bit, and he collapses backwards. He was on 1 hit point, ladies and gentlemen.
Bless him.
And,
And then the other 2 are for the other one.
Yep.
My Magic Missile is shit today.
The other 2 fire into this other one's chest, and he sort of stumbles back a bit. Yeah, he's not looking good.
I think that's all.
Leroy is going to try and finish this off.
Come on, Leroy. Let's go.
You can do it, Leroy. Oh no!
What even?
Oh my god.
In our
Are you
time of
serious?
need.
Tom, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Is that number 3?
That's number
That's
3.
For him, no, it's number 2.
Okay, I figured if you rolled 3 nat ones in a session, you get a natural 20 for free. It's like the 3 in 1 deal.
I typically just give what's called the fun coin, or just a free inspiration.
Oh, okay,
As a reroll?
yeah, that works too.
Yeah. So let's see, what's he roll on the chart? 2.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What is Leroy doing?
No. Right. Oh, I don't want to message Tom right now because he's driving.
Oh no.
What is it?
If you guys want me to, because it's bad. If you guys want me to, I will re-roll the fumbled save.
What is it?
Yes.
You live by the
Reroll
sword,
that.
you die by the sword. I'm
Alright, you know what? I'm going to say what it is.
okay.
I will read it out to you. Weapon break. Force of your blow or parrying of your opponent causes your weapon to
Oh
snap.
no! It's his anchor.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying yes or no. Do I re-roll this?
Well, we can let him have it break his last javelin, I suppose.
He's using his anchor.
No, that's
Hold on,
oh, that's
hold on,
really
hold
annoying.
hold on.
Again.
Would it be
I'll roll it
again.
is it repairable?
It can be, but you're not in a place to repair it. Okay.
I have mending.
It's not gonna fix a
I'll roll
weapon.
it. Yeah, I'll roll it again. Just why not? Okay, so I need him to make. Okay, so the orcs are gonna roll intimidation. Now. I'm gonna use strength. 5. That's a 23. And Leroy's gonna roll intimidation. He's gonna use his strength, so that's +5. That was cocked. Yeah. He goes to swing for this thing, and he just stops as this orc's eyes just flare with rage, and he just sort of goes, And he is frightened.
Oh
Oh
dear.
no.
I gotta find a suitable. That'll do. But Leroy's frightened, and he's just gonna step back. And that's an attack of opportunity. That doesn't hit. Okay. Yeah, it would have been a weapon break if Tom was here.
Hmm.
He's not here though, so. And that's Leroy's turn. Orc's turn. He's got his pick. He's got his pick.
So far, his buddies are dead, and there are 3 creatures who have killed them.
He's an orc, though.
I'll roll him a wisdom check real quick. He is going to turn around and run away.
Good idea.
I'm just going to move you back to this map now. As unless you want to go and finish him off.
Yes.
That's the end of oh. Who
You
wants to
can go on your own. I don't want to.
Elizabeth is going to finish the job.
Captain, do you want to go and finish him off as well?
He's running away. Even if he goes back to his people, they'll probably laugh at him for dying to a couple of lads.
Okay. All right, Elizabeth, what are you hitting him with?
Again, infused rapier.
Sure, roll. I'll allow you 1 attack before he gets away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now. Sure. Don't even roll damage. It's on 3 hit points.
Oof.
So you managed to
Obliterate.
kill all the orcs. Congratulations, you slaughtered some tribal orcs. That were just
They
trying to get
started it!
Why did you leave?
They started it!
And we finished it.
Okay, so you. Alright. What do you do now?
I guess we. I mean, what did they have on them? Let's see what they had on them.
I get loot!
Yeah, let's loot.
Alright. Loot the corpses. Let me get the thing up for looting corpses.
Does anyone need healsies?
I should be fine for now, but thank you.
Captain?
I'm fine. This is nothing. Like
Leroy
house-closed
alright?
open.
Is Leroy alright?
Leroy was not even scratched.
I will cast Cure Wounds on myself because I'm at half health.
Okay, go for it. What level? First level?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Yay. Roll of 1. Oh, it's
Yeah,
my fine
and added
focus.
to that's divine favor. Yeah, don't worry about that. But you rolled max healing. Well done.
Thank you. I needed it.
Life domain clerics, man.
I can just see this orc trying to run away. Elizabeth runs up with a look of Omoyawa Moshindo.
And you just it's no competition. He was running away. So you loot the corpses. Is it not loading? It's an awkward document I'm using. I should really get another one. That requires me to spend money. Okay, so you get so 4 orcs. So there was 4 sets of tattered hide armor, 4 tattered great axes. They tattered because they were fighting with them.
I'll be right back.
Okay, no worries. 4 tattered javelins. And let's see. 4 orc tusks.
Ooh.
And you can also see they had like lots of only about 2 weeks worth of rations in like bags. They had like traveling supplies and like a couple of treasures as well. Like at least not that much. Like at least 22 gold's worth of treasure on them.
Awesome. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know?
What do we do about the gold? Do you want to split it, or
There's no gold on them. It's just in treasure.
It's treasure worth 22 gold.
oh, right. Do you want to take it?
Like, yeah, like we can at least sell it.
Okay, you can take it.
Okay.
Leroy and Captain aren't here. Let's take it.
Leroy just goes, we shall split it some other time. I am not that fussed. As the spectral anchor flows back into his body.
Yeah.
So yeah, what'd you do? What'd you do?
So we now have 4 orcs, which we have slain,
Mhm.
and we got the treasure, and we have this fizzer, which has absolutely nothing of interest, or at least we can't tell.
And you could see that the orcs, like before they spotted you, were following the trail. So, assumedly they were going into where the trail leads into.
So if they were coming up the trail, then either there's an encampment nearby,
Oh.
maybe even in the mountain, or there's an orc encampment further away. Either way, there's most likely others nearby. We should be on our guard.
Oh. I'm just imagining this as like Into the Spider-Verse meme. Or Celeste is just like, we're
going to take a little 5-minute break here because I need to go pee, and we might as
Sure.
well do that and wait for Lena to get back.
Mhm.
So we'll be back in about 5 minutes, folks.
Could you write down what we get then, so I can add it to my character sheet afterwards?
Yeah, sure. So that's 4 tattered hide armors.
Are you gonna carry it all then?
I'm going to carry as much as I can, and if I can't carry it all, I'll give it to other people to carry.
Axes, 4 tattered javelins, and 4 orc tusks.
Awesome. Catch you guys in a bit then.
Alright. Welcome back, everyone. So, you guys have just slaughtered some orcs, looted their corpses, and are now figuring out a way to. There we go.
There we
Oh,
go.
I forgot that.
Yeah. I've already written that down.
Thank you. Yes, that's all the stuff you looted from the orcs. Where are you gonna go now? What are you gonna do?
What time is it
Over
currently?
there.
I'll be back 1 second.
No worries. What time is it? It's at this point. Breakfast. It's probably about 10 o'clock in the morning at this point, give or take.
We should try and find the end of this path on this mountain first, I think.
I'm back, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
If we go to the end of the path, go further up the mountain, we can see where those orcs were actually heading. What do you think?
Leroy pipes up and says, yes, they looked like they were headed home with spoils, at least from what I could see. So further into the mountains seems like a good idea.
Yeah, I think so. I think if we go to the caverns, they were empty. There were forms of life, but they were basically empty. So we should maybe go that way and then maybe live there.
Yeah.
So you're all headed down around here, and so you make your way down to onto this mountain path. Getting down is easier than going up, so I won't make you make checks for it.
Whilst
you
we're
see it
going, I'm going
Yeah.
to use mending on Leroy's water skin.
Okay. So Leroy's water skin is mended. There's no water in it anymore. So that's an issue.
We'll need to refill it, but there. Consider that fixed.
Well, if we encounter some sort of underwater lake or spring, I shall fill it up there.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, so you go along this path, and it sort of leads up to, again, this bare shoulder of rock and turns into a deep cleft at the hillside that goes down, sort of seeming to lead further into the mountain as you go along. And I will move you.
Ooh, you map time.
So, let me give you guys your tokens, and you can place yourselves where you'd like to go. There we go. Captain Elizabeth. So yeah, place yourselves where you would like to be.
So we're inside currently. This
It looks to be yeah. This is the path leading down from the mountain path, sort of down, going this way.
Okay. Celeste is just gonna stay behind the doggy.
I will stick to the path. Pat the dog every now and then.
Okay, and Leroy will head up front. Okay. So, how are you guys moving? Are you guys moving stealthily, not stealthily, or do you not care?
I think stealth might be a good option, given the orcs.
Yeah, also that we talked about the lizard folk there.
Oh,
I want everyone then to roll me stealth checks. Leroy,
yay.
And
roll
stealth.
disadvantage.
And Yui also has to roll stealth, which is a dex check.
No.
Can I have Kiwi out as well?
You can have Kiwi out as well, and he will need to make a stealth check.
I am invisible.
Okay, so Elizabeth, you are very, very sneaky. You seem to disappear. So does Kiwi.
It's like I know how to hide.
It's like you know how to hide amongst mountainous terrain. Unfortunately, Leroy makes a lot of noise.
What did he roll?
He rolled a 7. But
He's a big guy.
because a lot of the group got fairly well, it averages out to roughly about 16. So
Are we
guys
able
are
to
able
manipulate the sound that Leroy makes then to make it seem like it's fake wind?
you are able to Leroy does make a lot of noise, but Elizabeth, you managed to sort of hold his armor in place, like with your hands, in order to stop it from making too much noise. You all move forward. And as you move forward, you see up ahead, and I'll reveal this to you. Okay, let's get the description out here. So the path climbs up one last steep switchback towards the bare shoulder of rock. The hillside rises steeply on your right and drops away precipitously on your left. The debris and rubbish lie scattered all over the last 100 or so yards. Discarded watchskins, bits of charred bones, splintered casks and kegs, and up ahead, the path opens into a wide ledge and it doubles back sharply into the mountainside. Two bestial humanoids, orcs, in hide armor stand on the ledge. They appear inattentive and bored.
Have they noticed us?
No, they really haven't. They seem like they're just chatting. One of them's dozing to sleep. You know, they seem really bored.
Could we sneak past them?
If you wanted to, you have a high enough stealth check.
Do a sneaky sneak.
Yeah, let's sneaky sneak past.
Okay. So I'll move you guys over. You guys manage to sneak past the orcs, and as you do, you see more of the path that lies before you.
We should keep going. Get away from these orcs first.
Yeah, we should just keep safely.
So yeah, we just walk down the first flight of stairs.
Okay, roll me another stealth check.
All of us?
Yeah, all of you.
Oh.
Okay.
Not
I'm
quite as
saying-
stealthy now.
Okay, so the majority of you passed. As you sort of move down, you know, if you make perception checks as well, real quick.
Concentrating so much on being stealthy that we don't see what's going on around us.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys carry on. And move down to here, where you see. If I can click the right bloody button. Thank you. Sort of. Moving sort of eastward away from the ledge, the trail turns sort of southward. The shallow steps that sort of go down lead through a steep fissure to the south and turn east into the mountainside. Here, a broad entranceway has been carved out of the stone, seemingly dwarven architecture from what you can tell. Marble steps cracked with age and veined with green moss lead up to a strong double door, carved stone, 8 feet wide and almost 10 feet tall. Arrow slits high on the north and south walls command this area.
We should sneak inside. I feel like they may be on watch.
Okay.
If you want, I can let Kiwi go ahead and see if anything happens.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'm gonna like squat down and then let Kiwi go ahead.
So you control Kiwi. How far do you want to go?
Up to there, so I can like
Yeah.
peek in.
So you actually go up. Yeah, the door's so you go. The door's open. Go up to there. Yeah, you'd have to go up the stairs, but you don't actually. Can we make a stat check? See as he goes out. As Kiwi goes up, you hear from up here, da, da, da. Yeah, assuming a 9 doesn't hit.
Oh, he's a 12.
Yeah, but an arrow flies out at him, and another from this wall over here. Just reveal these real quick. That's hiding it. I want to reveal it, you dummy. Will also fire out an arrow. 13 will hit.
Yes.
7 piercing damage.
Yeah, well, he has about 12 hit points apparently.
Yeah, he's a tough one.
What a beefy little man. So he's on 5.
Yes.
My god, he's still alive.
You hear from the arrow slits, "Oh, there's a thing outside, go take a look." "Oh, take a look, you take a look." "Oh, fine."
Quick, up the stairs.
Okay. And sort of coming out to here, coming out from the doors, there's an orc with a longbow. He goes, I would like the rest of you to make stealth checks as you hear this guy coming.
I'm in the.
Oh no! 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 Like, Elizabeth tries to hide behind Yui but fails.
Okay, Leroy. Oh, Leroy. Yikes. As it as it comes out, Yui sort of darts across to here and hides. The rest of you are just sort of stood out in the open. And the orc just goes, "Shit, we got intruders!"
We're not intruders.
I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Yay! Fight time!
Oh god, I've got so many things to roll initiative for.
Oh
Jesus, okay.
Right, are we okay to roll? Oh shit!
Sick. You don't get Thumble chart on initiative, natural ones, right?
No.
No, otherwise
Yay.
I would have fumbled over with my stealth check. Oh dear, we've angered so many orcs.
Yeah, you really did. To be fair, it would. The DC was 10,
We're
but because
missing
one of you
Leroy.
rolls with yeah, because one of you rolls a disadvantage, that's a bit of a setback, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I should really have all that set to GM only. Oh well.
So yeah, we're missing Leroy.
Oh, my bad. Whoops. Right.
Well then. Good job. Good job. I let you know.
Yeah.
Because
Okay. I should probably get some different ambience as well. Tracks. Okay.
so a band of adventurers have come across an orc, and we are being ambushed by orcs, basically.
That's not, we're not being ambushed, we're just being idiots. It's entirely on us. Those orcs did not do any work at all.
But we are not intruders. But if you're going to treat us like intruders,
We're tourists.
Explorers.
we're tourists. But if we get attacked, then I'm going to kill you, regardless of.
Okay, so Leroy going up first decides, bugger it, bugger stealth, bugger it all. Is going to use his second rage. Oh, not quite. He's gonna stand 5, 10, 15, 20 feet here, and he's gonna hold his action. Anyone goes past him, he's gonna hit him.
Nice.
Which orc is that? This orc is, there's an orc up here. He's gonna go, what? And run down 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And see you lot. And go, oh, shit. 50 feet. He's gonna throw a javelin at disadvantage at Elizabeth.
Okay.
Yeah, that misses. Javelin goes wide. This one is gonna run 10, 15, 25, 30 here and do the same thing. Yeah, I'm assuming a 13 doesn't hit.
13 does not hit.
Okay. Elizabeth.
Okay.
Shit kinda hit the fan.
Ooh.
Episode title.
Okay, so I can move to here, and then I can still rapier attack here.
You can, it's a bit of an incline because he is on stairs, but yeah, you can.
But the question is, what about Yui? Because, yeah, Yui could go on the other step.
He would move here and then move there and then move there.
Yeah.
That would be 5, 25, 30. Yeah, no, he could get there.
Mhm. So
You just have to
instead,
go around a bit.
yeah, I'm going to move to here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to draw my infused rapier, and I'm going to stabby stab.
Okay, stabby stab. Fuck me. Jesus Christ, how many 19s have you rolled? Just roll damage. You stab him.
Fuck me, Jesus.
God. If anyone ever says, God, I'm not playing Artificer, they're weak as hell. Show them this. Fucking show them this.
This is what happens when I get to use my intelligence to attack.
Yep, you know what? That's entirely fair. Oh God, okay.
And then Yui goes right next up to me. And also attacks.
Sure, go for it.
Oof!
You sound so dejected.
Fucking hell, okay. Alright. Alright, you're fine. Okay, so roll his damage. Roll his damage.
We did roll our share of that once.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what?
we deserve
balances
this.
out. It balances out, that's fair.
Yeah.
So that's 3 plus 8 is 11. Yep. You stab him, and Yui rips his throat out. Why wouldn't he?
Because they're a good boy. Well, they're a good steel defender.
But that is the end of your turn because you've used both of your moves.
Yes.
Captain.
So is this orc dead then?
Yeah, my bad. I put the wrong thing on him. That one. Captain.
Yeah, I know there's lads coming from the back because we did sneak past them. So I'm gonna hold on. Let me check something actually. Because magnified gravity is 60 feet, so yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to magnify gravity those bad boys over there.
Out there, that'll do, yeah.
Perfect.
There we go. Alright, so 2 plus 3 combos. Fail. And one rolled a nat 1.
Yes! Look at the fucking that 15, that's unreasonable.
You cast this spell out, and the force of the gravity, they accordion into the ground.
It's like okay. She like, you know, when you roll your shoulders and you're like, okay, I can do this, and then she starts to cast, and with like the new spellcasting focus, she's like, okay, this is easy, and then it just like gets bigger than expected. It's like, oh, jeez.
Yeah,
The
the warlock infused arcane focus seems to be doing the job. That's your action. Would you like to do anything else?
No, she just understand me like, holy shit, that was not what I expected.
Okay. Oh. Bethany dropped.
Oh dear.
Oh, there she is. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, so you hear shouting coming from this arrow, so let's go. You get the door, I got these lot. And... Leroy... That will miss. Leroy. As an arrow flies past him, he just sort of turns his angry gaze. This orc will move. He's active dash. 20, 25. What's this say they need to do? Yeah, he's going to use the rest of his turn to shut the doors. So if I just draw this in, the doors here are shut and barred. They don't want you coming in.
No.
Celeste.
Heyo. So, is there like little peepee holes like about? Because they said they could see us.
You saw arrows coming out of here and here.
Hmm. Ooh, I don't know what to do, guys. I'm gonna run at the door and try to knock it down.
Alright, you want to run at the door? Move
Yep.
yourself to the door. I think you can get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You won't be able to get to the door, unfortunately.
I'm
Slightly
gonna
out of
go.
your... And there's a lot of people in the way.
That's true. I'm gonna go here and.
And you can see now arrow slits coming from here and here.
Oh yeah. Sure. Can I go back one instead? So
Right.
the arrow doesn't hit me?
Yeah, you can go there, sure.
Okay. And then can I cast Guiding Bolt at the door?
Sure. Let me just do some stuff. Okay, so it is 1 second. Okay. Roll your guiding bolt.
Yeah.
That will hit.
So we're basically trying to blow this door down.
Yep.
Do you smack the door? So that is... And it does blow the door in slightly, but this is a reinforced door. This is a heavy stone door.
Oh.
Hello, I just had to speak up.
That's alright. But anyone who goes to hit the door next has advantage.
Ooh.
Hey.
If that's something. Assuming that's your turn.
Yep.
Okay. This guy is gonna run 10, 15, 20. Dash 60 to get here. And then move. No, that's all he can do on his turn. Top of the round, Leroy. Gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20 to here, to right next to the door. And he's gonna try and hit it.
Yeah. Break it down.
What's his bonus to hit? That will unfortunately glance off the stone. Just bunk hits off the. Oh wait, no, he has advantage. So he rolls again. Yeah, that'll hit. 24 will hit. So that plus 2, 9.
So the door has taken 17 damage.
Yeah. Door is, even though it's made of stone, it's breaking apart. Oh wait, no, those 2 orcs are dead. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth is going to take 5 feet a step back, and is going to, for her action, is going to hold an action.
Mm-hmm.
The trigger is an orc coming within 5 feet of her,
Yeah.
and she's going to stab them with the rapier.
Alright, awesome. Are you commanding Yui to do anything with your bonus action?
Yui, I want to slam into the door.
Okay. Are you going to make an attack roll, or do you want to try and just push the door open?
Just push the door open. I don't want to destroy this door too much.
Okay. Have Yui make a strength check.
14.
It's a heavy stone door. It's not budging.
No worries. That's the turn.
Awesome. Captain.
There's a lot of people like trying to get to that door. I don't think I have anything. There's literally nothing I can do. I guess I'm gonna try to just. Is it closed now?
Yeah, the door's closed. But you can see some of the stone is cracking.
I suppose I can cast a dark spear.
At the door?
Yeah.
We're using brute force and ignorance.
Okay. Roll Dark Spear.
I'm gonna do it at second level.
Sure. That will hit the door.
Don't know if it did second level.
When you
I
roll
can
to,
choose that now. I can
yeah.
choose that now.
When you roll to attack, it will choose the level.
Okay.
You kidding me?
What's the range on the necrotic damage?
60 feet.
Yeah, within 5 feet of it. Okay. So this is the door. Okay, so
Oh,
Yuri needs to make a
okay.
dexterity saving throw, and Leroy
Oh, shit. Can I?
to Leroy gets. I'm gonna say
Oh
he gets
shit! I
advantage.
forgot.
Leroy got a natural 20, so he takes no damage.
How much damage is Yui taking?
5 necrotic damage.
I
Door
don't.
takes. The door is looking. You can see some of the stone. You can see this dark spear sort of lumps out, and the stone is starting to crack and decay slightly.
What about the orc on the other side?
The door provides total cover.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I completely forgot that it does. That it has the
AOE.
the splash.
That is fine.
I'm very sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It's fine. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'm gonna run up profusely apologizing. Like, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Just look back, I'm crying, but I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to hit you guys.
Elizabeth's just going to turn around and say, "Don't worry, Captain. Leroy looks fine, and I can always rebuild Yui."
Yeah, you can see some of the metal is like slightly like. It's necrotic damage, so I guess the wood underneath would be slightly rotted. Oh wait, no, that's more piercing damage. The door's gone!
The door's gone.
The door explodes outwards. And you can see the orc standing there with his axe. He's like, what?
What? Just out of curiosity, was this any kind of inscription or symbol on the door?
Nope.
It was just.
It was Dwarven runes. It was probably saying like, probably something to the old hammer. Oh, protect this place or something. I don't know, it was a stone door.
It was just a stone door.
It's a big stone door. So yeah, the door's gone now. And you can see the orc next to Leroy is shouting something in Orcish. Boy,
No turning back now.
There's so many more initiatives to roll.
Oh dear. Is this just going to be when?
Yeah, it's going to be one massive combat encounter until somebody drops.
Oh no.
Captain, is that your turn? Sorry.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. This orc is going to shoot Captain.
Oh no, why me?
Because. Okay. Oh god, yeah, that hits. It was over 15. So that's 6 points of piercing damage, Captain, as an arrow comes flying out of this this slit here.
That's unpleasant actually.
Yeah, as it launches into your leg.
I'm just gonna go like kneel down and be like, fuck, because I'm slowly bleeding out, very slowly, but I'm bleeding.
This orc is going to take the disengage action and move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and to there on the to over here. And Leroy can see this, so I'll reveal it to. Actually, no, I won't yet. So you guys can't see it.
Yui would be able to see it.
Sorry?
Yui might be able to see it, unless it's behind this wall. This wall thing that might be.
It's sort of because it's up the stairs.
Hmm.
I won't reveal it until you're on the level with it.
Okay.
Celeste. Captain is bleeding out heavily.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need some help with that.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Oh, okay, can I move to there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then on the cast Cure Wounds.
Do some healy heals.
On Healy Heals on Captain.
Right, what level?
I think I'll just go with 1.
Okay, go for it. Okay, Captain, you get 11 hit points back.
Amazing, I'm nearly full again.
Bling,
Welcome
bling,
to Sorcerer
bling,
Hit Die.
I think I'll end my turn there, thank you.
Alright. Walk with a longbow. He's going to move 10, 15, 20. Take the dash action. And you can hear shouting coming from further inside the cave. In what you would assume is Orcish. And then you hear more shouting. And then there's a sound of a horn
Oh, no.
as you've alerted the entire settlement to your presence.
Well, looks like we're fighting our way through this.
And on that, we will end today's session as you guys storm the Orc stronghold.
This is like single dumbest
We're gonna
idea we've
die.
ever had.
Oh, God.
Die.
I feel really bad for you guys having really crappy stealth rolls, because it was entirely possible you guys could have made it through, even with Leroy's, like, disadvantage.
Well, I mean, at least our attack rolls are good.
Yeah. You know, your attack rolls and your deck saves, and it's a good thing Celeste is a life domain cleric. She gets bonuses to healing.
And it's a good job that
Yay.
Elizabeth was just murdering everything.
Yeah. Yo, could you calm down the rolls next time? Jesus Christ.
I'm just waiting to
We'll do what
roll.
we do best.
I'm just waiting to roll in that 20 to see if what I've coded into the character sheet works.
Oh. Okay.
So what I've done is I've actually in the actual attack, it's where it says crit instead of. I've actually put in a value into that to see.
Ah, so the max. Okay.
Yeah, to see if that works. If it does work, then perfect. I get to do that with all of my attacks. If it doesn't work, then oh well.
Oh, well. I know there's a code you can get, like a script you can get, but
Hmm.
you can only modify scripts if you're like a pro subscriber to Roll20. So I just yeah. But if that works, we'll do that.
Yeah, like I'm gonna just tell you, I'm gonna give myself advantage and give one click, just to see if it works.
Your rolls tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if you did. Tonight.
Nope.
Don't worry about it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pick up from that catastrophe next week.
That was fun, to be fair.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh
a
yeah.
clusterfuck. It's gonna be amazing. Wait till you meet the leader.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So I guess we need a name for this session as well.
A lot of ones.
A lot of ones.
Survival 101.
Survival. I like Survival 101.
I'm okay with that. Celeste, any Bethany, any
That's
objections?
me. No, I like that. Go for it.
Hey, Survival 101.
How many survival checks did we roll? At least like 15.
A lot of them,
Too
yeah.
many.
A lot of things require survival. I will try and inform Tom at some point. Probably later on this week as to the situation.
We're gonna die, Tom. That's the situation.
Well, we're doing pretty okay at the moment. We should probably
Yeah.
take a rest because I'm nearly out of spell slots.
Captain is about to die. Everyone else is fine.
I'm okay now. I'm up at 16 again. 17.
This is where I'm glad I'm now a half caster as opposed to a full caster, and I'm using weapons. I can still at least damage.
Captain, you still got your cantrips. You can still
So I've got plenty of cantrips. I've got bloodletting and firebolt.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Bloodletting is the only spell I need theoretically.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I mean, you also got your sorcery points. You could just convert a couple of those as a bonus action.
Just use them to maximize damage so we don't need to fight more.
That's fair. Hmm.
But yeah, Yui was a beast as well.
Oh, god damn. No one should ever complain about artificers.
No, not after today.
No.
Like, let's see, how many nat 19s did I roll?
many.
1. I rolled at least 2 max damage as well.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, let's hope it keeps on
Yeah.
being this crazy next week. 'Cause I had a lot of fun. Do you guys have a lot? Do you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good. I suppose we'll leave it there then. We'll see about what time we reappear next week,
Mhm.
if at all.
Hopefully.
We'll see everyone next week.
See you
Take
guys.
care.
Bye.
See you guys
Bye.
next week.